Welcome, One Pieces! That's not something I've ever called you before, but let's stick with it. Hello, people who watch my One Piece reactions. I am Jent. It is time for more One Piece reactions. Today, we're doing another 2 episodes. It's 113 and 114 today. So that's very, very exciting. I just want to let you guys know that, you know, currently the One Piece videos, well, at least 2 weeks ago, because I'm recording this 2 weeks ahead, but currently the One Piece videos are doing okay, but they're not doing as well as they often are. So if you could just make sure to support these videos as best you can, and if there are other people who are looking for One Piece videos, please make sure to share it with them. I hope other people can enjoy my content as well, because I'm a small channel, so it would really help me out. It feels a little scummy sometimes to ask viewers for things, you know, because I'm the one providing the content, but you know, it's hard on YouTube sometimes, and it's pretty unpredictable. So if you guys could help out, that would be amazing. I think every little bit helps me quite a lot. But anyway, today we're watching 113 and 114. Last time we had some, I mean, we're getting like real deep into this now. I remember last time we had the like imposter stuff with the wrappings around the arm, but the wrapping was actually a decoy, because once you took the wrapping off, there was a mark under it, and that's what proved it was you. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, we found out a lot of stuff, but they're kind of, our crew are kind of separated right now. So I'm curious to see how, if and how they come together, and then if and how they stop this, because I think we're starting to get casualties already, because the war has kind of begun. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm going to jump right into it. Please, again, support the video if you can. And my Patreon account has full-length early access and exclusive videos. My wonderful patrons, thank you so much for supporting me. And you have the next at least 2 weeks of One Piece videos all on there in full length. So it's absolutely worth it being over there. Thanks for joining me there. And we're going to jump into episode 113 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, well, this is a recap, but that's a new map because they're in a new location, I guess. So that's pretty cool. But I'm doing the recap Rubik's. Going to do it effectively, okay? I'm gonna do this effectively, I promise. I gotta get at least one side done in this time, but maybe more, because it sounds like, from just hearing it, that the narrator's going slowly on purpose. So if the narrator's going slowly, I got time. Okay, I got one side done. Oh man, I got a kind of bad situation going on here though. I can hear the music wrapping up. Okay, well, I got one side and then a little bit of the second line. I should be able to finish that next recap though. But he's kind of really beat up. Oh. Uh-oh. Who's shooting arrows at him? Oh, no. We're trying to help both sides here, guys. Oh, and both sides think he's think he's an enemy because they didn't recognize him. God damn it. This is bad. I'm on the side of the ladies. Oh my god, Sanji's me. Every time I start a new series, I'm like, I don't know who to trust here, but I like the women. Oh, you can hear Chopper sounds like belabored, you know? Very exhausted from being in the desert. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god, this is gonna be the most annoying battle of all time. This is actually funny though. Oh my god. Go away! Yeah, go for it, Vivi. Wow, she's getting far away. Bon Clay? Oh. She's so far away. Alright, well, you would have caught up to her if you swan dashed earlier. I like how you can see like the edge of his foot, like the edge of his slipper or whatever. Whatever you call ballerina flats? Ballerina flats? Is that what they're called? Aww. Oh, Karoo. He's protecting you as best he can. Hell yeah! Ride or die, this motherfucker. Whoa! That's crazy. Karoo's getting better and better, like, as a character. These last few episodes, oh, poor guy. Well, you gave it your best shot. Oh! Come on, flap! Flap harder! A bit harder! Oh. Yes, come on! Just a little bit further. Or just stay there forever. Oh, whoa! That's really great, because it's not like he soared through the air. He just hovered, which is more impactful, I think. Oh, Vivi doesn't want to see this. Oh. Oh no. Oh no! Karoo! Oh shit! Holy shit, he just hit his adrenaline! This motherfucker's ride or die! Aww. He got you as close as he could, I think. I think he wants you to run. He's telling you to go. Aww. And you know what he's saying, yeah. Oh my god. Holy shit! Oh! Nice! I forgot what they're called, the Supersonic Duck Squad or something? He's like, we'll handle this. Don't worry, honey. I didn't think I would be emotional over Karoo, to be honest. I had no feelings about Karoo for a long time. Fuck yes. Sanji has been peak coolness over these past like 5 or 6 episodes. Ooh, the music. Ooh. Really? His fucking line delivery. Janai Yao! Okay. I like how sometimes Nami's super annoying. It's great. She's not just like the voice of reason or whatever. Come on, Zoro, can you take those two? Don't let him walk past you. Oh no. These motherfuckers are like, let's kill the healers. They're going for the mercy before they go for the Genji. Wait, you think you can talk your way out of this situation? Okay. Zoro, run! Save her faster. The Momo fruit, okay. 4th batter? Oh! Jeez. Okay, there's the dog. Huh? The fuck is that? No, show me what this dog looks like. What the fuck? Lasso, the dog gun, as it's like called. Okay, so he's a bullfirer. I don't know what they're called in baseball. You know, the ones that pitch for you, and then he hits it. That makes sense. And they explode. So you can either be hit with the pitch, the home run swing, or the bomb. And that's not including the Momo woman. That's pretty fucked up. It's pretty cool. That's a very creative power. Or not creative power, but creative use of your power. Huh? What did she call him? My god, woman. Wait. A gun ate the fruit? Not a dog eating a gun fruit? Huh? That is one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. I thought the dog would have eaten a gun fruit. Not a gun eating a dog or a mutt fruit. Honestly, her turning into a mole, she gets less ugly. Like, that actually looks better. Oh, damn. That spin on that ball. Fly ball. Don't try to catch it. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, he's the fourth batter. That actually matters. I'll talk about that once it says to be continued, which is happening now. Yep, cool. Okay, I mean, honestly, that's kind of clever. So the way to make someone named Mr. 4 interesting and like intimidating is have him be the fourth batter, which I didn't really understand until right at the end, because the fourth batter in baseball, which Japan loves baseball, the fourth batter in baseball is the one, as far as I know, that's generally where you put like the cleanup hitter or whatever. I don't watch much baseball, but I watch enough baseball anime, and also like I watch it on occasion. I watch highlights of baseball sometimes. But you normally put like the cleanup hitter in the fourth slot, I'm pretty sure, because then like the ideal situation is the first hitter gets a single, gets to the first base. The next one gets a single, gets to the second base. The next one gets a single, gets to the third base. And then there's one on each base. So the fourth one comes, gets a home run. Everyone, you get 4 points immediately. You get 4 runs. So that's like I mean, like, obviously the ideal situation is everyone on the team hits a home run, but no way that's happening. So the ideal situation is for the fourth person to be the one to hit the home run. Because then, yeah, you do that every 4 people. So the fourth batter is actually is very important and intimidating. You normally put your best batter there. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like making Mr. 4 a baseball batter. That's clever. I'm still blown away by the fact that lasso is a gun. Like, not that lasso's shaped like a gun. Not that lasso has the power of a gun. It's that lasso is a gun that looks like a dog. Isn't that fucking insane? Like, I thought it was going to be like a Principal Nezu situation in My Hero Academia, you know? Like, Principal Nezu is an animal, but he got a quirk, and that quirk made him smart enough to, you know, be able to speak like a human and do calculations and do all this stuff. So that's the sort of thing that I thought was happening here. I thought there was a dog, he was walking along, he found a devil's fruit, he ate the devil's fruit, he turned into a gun. I thought that's what happened, but no, there was a gun walking around and ate something and turned into a dog. I assume the gun wasn't walking around. But so they said, like, how does a gun even eat something? And then she sort of like brushed off the question. I wonder if it's as simple as you like stuff the devil's fruit into the barrel of the gun. I mean, it depends. They keep saying he was a gun, but he's shaped like either a rocket launcher or like a pitching machine, right? So was it originally a pitching machine? In which case there's like quite a big barrel there, and there's also like areas where you put the balls in and stuff. So there's many places you could like shove a devil's fruit in there. But if he was like a pistol, then it's kind of hard to, because the devil's fruit's like this big, isn't it? So like it'd be hard to shove one of those down into the barrel. So did someone consciously, like purposefully, turn this gun into a dog, or did like it somehow happen accidentally, or someone? It'd be funny if someone was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna eat this devil's fruit, but I'm gonna eat it in an interesting way. So I'm gonna put the devil's fruit in a pitching machine and have it fire it into my mouth." And so they put it in the pitching machine, and then they went over and stood with their mouth open, and then the pitching machine turned into a dog. That'd be pretty funny. So and then Miss Merry Christmas has the mole fruit, so I guess she can dig around and do all that sort of stuff. That's a bit less interesting. But like, I think it would be worse if she were on her own. The fact that it's like her and these other ones, like the fact that they pair up, makes it a more interesting battle, I think. This part of One Piece specifically reminds me a lot of JoJo. Like, it feels like in a lot of JoJo seasons, it's like, oh, they have assassins coming after them, or they have like these people or those people, but they're always facing like some sort of faction, and the faction have like their random goons, and all of them have unique powers, and the battles, you know, it sets up a location, it sets up why the battle's difficult, and then they have to come up with some creative solution to do it. I know it sounds like I'm describing everything right now, but there's something here that makes it feel like a JoJo fight. If you can let me know in the comments why I think it feels like a JoJo fight, then please do, but it feels a lot like a JoJo fight to me. Which, I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I think I always appreciated it in JoJo. Like, I always thought it was well written and well done, but that's also something that I didn't love about JoJo. The bits that I've watched, I still haven't finished the latest season of JoJo, but that's the sort of thing that I didn't like about JoJo, was that it was very like every week we came by and it was like, oh, here's a new villain with a new power. And so like half the episode is them losing to this power, and then there's like some monologues, and then eventually there's like a pretty creative solution or whatever to it, but except it's often spread over like a two-parter. And I just, it was quite formulaic, and I felt like it wasn't developing the characters as much as I would have liked, and instead just giving us like weird battles, which is kind of what JoJo's about. So yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily an amazing thing that we're doing here, but oh well, you know, I think if they're gonna do this thing and keep me entertained, I hope they cut to the other people, you know, semi-frequently, so I can see what's going on other places. I don't want to like spend an entire episode watching this battle. I don't think I will, but who knows. Anything else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, Karoo. So Karoo, I don't think he's dead. I think they're protecting him, but he's probably out of the battle. He's probably out of commission for maybe the rest of the arc. Like he's down, but he earned a rest now. He's done so. I mean, he got fucking trampled like a few episodes ago, saving Vivi, and then he ran with Vivi, saving her again, and then flew, like used all his energy to fly like a few inches to save her again, and then got shot and still ran for a while to save her again, and then was gonna just sacrifice himself. If his supersonic buddies didn't arrive, he would have just died to save her again. Yeah, I really didn't think I would care this much about Karoo, because I don't know what it was about him. I never hated him, but it was just always like, oh, this is a big duck that is kind of whiny and scared, which we've already got Usopp to be whiny and scared. And yeah, like I know a lot of people who, when there are animals introduced into a series and they're like sweet, cute animals or whatever, like non-verbal animals, then there are some people who get like super instantly attached to them, and it's like nothing should like, I don't want anything to happen to them. Oh, they're so sweet, they're so amazing. And I get it. I do completely understand why people do that. I mean, I have 2 dogs myself. I love animals occasionally, some animals. I love most domesticated animals. But at the same time, it doesn't connect me as much because I'm a very human-oriented person. I like character building. I like dialogue. When there's a non-verbal character in a series, it's going to take me a little longer to connect with them because I can't connect with their dialogue, which is something that I really enjoy in these series. So I thought Karoo, I was just going to... Like, the only reason I thought I would care about Karoo was because Vivi cared about him. And I like Vivi, and I care about her, you know? But no, in this episode, I wasn't even thinking about Vivi. I was thinking purely about him. So that's a good sign. It's a sign of good writing. They did a good job at making him feel very useful and strong, and showing his flashbacks. Like, all of that stuff was done really well. So I loved it. All right, well, let's move on to episode 114 now. Anything else? No, nothing else to talk about. Okay, episode 114. Once again, we're halfway through the video. Support the video if you can, and leave a comment now and later if you want. Okay, here we go. Episode 114. Let's do it. Okay, all right. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to finish this Rubik's Cube in this recap. No reason. I'm actually going to finish it easily with time to spare. Doesn't matter how long the recap is. And I am done. There's plenty of time to spare. I can go get a drink. I can go get some groceries. Oh. Oh, there we go. All right. Da, da, da. What's that mysterious ticking noise? Snape, Snape, Severus Snape. Oh, okay. There's a hole. Oh! Chopper! How the fuck? Oh, so you switched to a speed type, I assume. Oh my god. Well, Mr. 4 is going to be behind, yeah. So you can always predict where Mr. 4 is going to come up because it's in a straight line from... Oh! Oh, he's outrunning him! Aww. Okay, it was a good plan though. Oh shit! Oh, good. Good shrinking. Alright, down he goes. That's okay. You can predict it again. And this time, get ready for Miss Merry Christmas stopping you. They didn't even know. That's good. Oh, is he using the hose as well? That's good. I don't think I've seen this before. When I've seen enemies use like holes in the ground. I don't think I've seen anyone else use those holes. But that makes sense. Hell yeah! Damn, Usopp! Smash him again. Oh, okay. 5 tons. Is that a bluff? It's just like a regular, actually maybe even light hammer, but it scares people. Sounds like an Usopp thing to do, to lie about that stuff. Yeah. I was thinking, why is he down as well? Is she gonna flee now? It's literally whack-a-mole. I can't believe it took me until then to get that. Oh, alright. Okay. What's Mr. 4 playing at? Did he just fall asleep? Uh-oh. There goes the 5-ton hammer. Yeah. Yep. She said art of escaping? Are you getting out of here? You fucking off? Did she just fuck off? I think she might have. She said more art of escaping. Oh. Oh, damn. Oh my god. Oh no. Do you have the rumble ball? You might need it. Yeah, okay, good. Here we go. So he's not even doing... Oh, nice. I like the brain one. He's not even doing the rumble ball to win the battle. He's doing it to think. Bam, bam. Okay, good. We're seeing some Vivi. I want to see some Vivi. Come on, Vivi. It's not hopeless. You got this. Don't listen to that. Oh. He's standing still. Barely. Barely. Oh. He looks scared. That's clever, but now they've shown it, so it's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen? She's just gonna dig through it? Yep, she just smashed right through it. God damn. My god. Oh, Chopper, you can't be worried about him right now. He'll be alright, Chopper. Uh-huh. Yeah. Correct. Trust in your teammates. Oh, he's hiding. Good hiding place. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Oh! I think she was kind of trapped slightly by it for a second. Oh, shit! Oh, God. My God, he's bloody. The weakness is the dog. Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, is it all gonna block? Because they're all exploding balls. Oh, shit. Blow it up from underground. She's got nowhere to run. Damn. That makes sense because he's like sneezing the balls. Don't worry, that's good news, that explosion. I know it doesn't sound like it. Yeah. Very nice. Oh no. Oh no. Is that Mr. 4? Oh shit. Shit! She is still up. Aww. God. Yeah, they don't know what happened to Luffy. Oh. I mean, he very... Wow, he very much almost was. He was basically dead. Alright, I mean, most of that episode was Usopp and Chopper, but I did get what I asked for, which is I wanted them to cut away at least, you know, at least once to see what other people were doing. And we saw that little scene of Vivi. I didn't react much to it, so I don't know how much of it makes it into the edited reaction, but going through all of these memories and basically just sort of, I think in her mind having a lot of doubts and starting to think about the things that people said about her being like too optimistic, and you know, that she was in over her head, and starting to realize that maybe they were right about her like that. Maybe she did aspire too high, and maybe this is all, and this is what she'd be thinking. Maybe this is all her fault, you know? It's very sad. It's a very sad situation. Vivi is a pretty tragic character, actually, where she kind of has the weight of an entire country on her shoulders, and doesn't quite have the power to see her dreams through, and has to trust in these other people to constantly be helping her out, and has to see them get hurt for her. It's very sad. But yeah, this was a good episode though. Like, even though it was very much like a JoJo battle, I will say that. But it was like one of the better JoJo battles, I think. It was like pretty nicely clever solution, and I think the battle was sold. Like, I was sold on the battle with the idea of Usopp having this quote-unquote 5-ton hammer that is very clearly not a 5-ton hammer, but he sells it really well and like makes you think like, holy shit, this guy's wielding a 5-ton hammer, you know? Like, I think when Usopp gets that deep into his lies that people are like terrified of him, that's really effective, I think. Like, when he properly sells a lie like that, that's really entertaining. I like that, because it's like Usopp's main skills are lying and running away, and he's a pretty decent shot. He's a good aim, right? So those are his main skills. But most battles, he's pretty much only using the runaway thing until someone else can finish the job for him, or he can like stumble across something that he manages to use. But when he's able to like pull out the all of his lying, that's when it starts to be really, really solid. So I appreciate that a lot. I also like Chopper being able to go into that brain mode and like look for people's weaknesses. I think that's such a cool idea. Just it's more fun for a character like Chopper, I think, because most of Chopper's stuff is just like he's transforming into a beast in different forms, but most of the forms are still like physical abilities. But I like that there's one that's that mental ability, and I like that Chopper in this mode can be like the smart person of the group. It's very nice to see that sort of stuff. And I think I've always liked characters analyzing the weaknesses of another character. So that is very entertaining, and I like the solution of like making because the hints were there, right? The dog's got a cold, it's sneezing. When it sneezes, the balls come out. So you make the dog sneeze and like just point it down into the holes, and the only way the mole woman could, like Miss Merry Christmas, could move through the holes is if the tunnels were all connected. So yeah, you just put a bunch of balls down there. They go into like the center, I assume. They like roll down, and they're like timed bombs. If they were bombs that exploded on impact, they would just immediately blow up in Chopper's face. And if they weren't exploding balls, they would just build up there. But no, they had to use timed exploding bombs. So they build up, and then all explode because one will explode and blow up the rest of them. So really cool solution. I enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, anyway, that was, I mean, there's not much to discuss in that episode other than that. That was still mostly just Chopper and Usopp fighting one another. So good episodes. I enjoyed both episodes 113 and 114. They were very solid episodes. Please make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And my Patreon account has full-length early access and exclusive videos, so you can get the next 2 weeks at least of One Piece videos on there right now in full length, and enjoying the other full-length watches, who I appreciate so very much. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.